Right. I was gonna write here in a Word file and I decided not to because it's so much easier to show you on video. Right. What you do, sorry about the background noise because all my housemates are drunk, okay? You open the DWG file direct from ArchiCAD. So file, open, and find your file. Once it's opened, it might ask you whatever, to change background or whatever. Just press OK and don't change your background. Well, it depends what color you put it in. It could be black background. So once you did that, very important, when you click on it, it's probably like this. It means the layers are locked and they're all grouped. So what you do, you go to Options, Element Attributes, Layer Settings, and some of the layers or all of your layers are locked. So just click on them and press OK. What you do now is, as you can see, is still like a white circle. So what you do, Edit, Grouping, and Ungroup. If it doesn't change, then you go to Locking, Unlock All, and then go to, just go Yes, and then go to Grouping, Ungroup. You do that as far as this becomes black line. Yeah, not black line, but black dots. So it means it's all flexible. First thing first, you should draw a boundary box around your contours. So by doing this is a line and use rectangle, and then whatever. Like it doesn't matter if your lines fall out of the box, because I can show you a very cool method in the future, like very, very good. So once you've done this, I'll show you how to get rid of the extra bits. Very easy. No, let's just move this a bit more. Like let's draw a new one because this one is not very good. Right. Okay, here. Right now, what you do, very easy. It doesn't only happen with lines. If you have fills or whatever, ArchiCAD will cut it for you. So select them all, but unselect the box because we still want to keep it, and use this tool called Split. Click, and then follow this line. Yeah, what you do, you can either just click on outside and follow this line, or you can just click on the line, become an eyeball, and you click on this side because that's the side you want to get rid of. Click, see, highlighted this, and you press delete, and it's gone. As easy as that. So what you do again, repeat this with all sides. Oh, see, if I keep selecting the rectangle, it will delete the rectangle as well. So make sure you deselect the rectangle. So sorry, just let's do all of them so that we don't have the extra bits hanging off, even though we can't see this side. Oh no, I've made a gap. Very important, don't make the gap. So can we change it? Can we? Wow. We can ungroup them. Don't just ignore this part. Make sure when you draw the rectangle, make sure you draw the rectangle and put them cutting the lines. Yeah. So ignore this. This is just some method I'm using. You don't have to know this. It's not so important. Right. Okay, let's group them back. Okay, so select, deselect this, and then use split tool and split them off. Right, now you're ready to start making a model. So what you do, you choose slab, and here, very, very important, you have to know the scale of your model. So if your DWG file was 1:1 scale when you saved it, then the slab has to be, say, my contours, each contour has 10 meters difference, so it actually has to be in real life. So 10,000 millimeters, it's in millimeter, so 10,000 millimeters. If, say, yours is 1 to 5,000, then it only has to be, what is it, 20. And if it's 1 to 10,000, then you just put it 10 millimeters, as if, just think in real terms. So if your drawing is 1 to something, then the setting has to be 1 to something. Yeah, my model is 1 to 1, so I have to set it to be 10,000 millimeters. And what I like to do is, in a map, you know, Digimap indicates their actual level, their sea level, or their level above the sea. So I like to do like this one, for example, is 320 meters above the sea. So what I like to do is actually set it to be 320 meters. You can always set it to be 0 and then just go down. That's easy, but it's easier for you to recheck. So I'll set it to be 320 meters or whatever. What was it? I don't remember. So it's 320,000 millimeters above a 2 current. So it's take it as if it's 320,000 millimeters above sea level. Yeah. And then another useful thing is to set the cover fill to be, say, 25%, and then set the color to be entirely gray, like cover fill, blah, blah, blah. And the model should be paint, or if you want to be black, set it all to be black, all sides, and then press OK. Now the fun bit. So here I've got this and this at 220 meters. So press down space, and then just click, and you see, it's done. I'll show you the 3D. Show selection, marking 3D. See? As easy as that. But get your scales right. That's the most important. Because imagine this is 1 to 1 model, and I set the scale to be 10 millimeter. Then it would be like the whole values is like 10 millimeter stepped. So the next one, what we do, same thing. Double click the slab. And now the next level, it would be 310 meters. The rest will stay the same because you set it before. So from now on, you only have to set the current story because it's decreasing. So press down space again, click. Right. Now I show you the 3D. So if you are happy with this, like have a look. See, this is already. But when you see the bottom, it only took these two, the space it found in between. If you're happy with that, just move on, get on with this. But if you want it to be solid, then what you do, you set the boundary where you'd like to be filled. So you set this line and press down shift and select this one. Yeah, you selected the whole box. So you are telling the computer you want this and this to be a boundary. Now you press down space. Oh no, sorry, select the slab tool. Just double check it's at 310 meters. Space. Right. So now you see when you go to see it in 3D, it became solid. So you just repeat this step with everything. So if you want this to be solid, so you say some of the lines are broken up, so unfortunately you have to select them all. Right? Then select the box. Make sure you set the slab to be 1 story lower. And then just click space and click. Same with the next one. Slab and select. Now it's 29 meters. So click and done. So let's have a look now. See? It's easy as that. So I think you get the point. So what's next? Once your model is done, there's a section tool. You can just cut it anywhere you like, as many as you want. This is to look at which way you want to look at. So here you finish this, and then you look, your eyeball goes this way. So here your section will appear, and then you just double click and it shows you the section of the model. And if you want it to see in 3D, you go to Marquee tool and then make sure you select the thick marquee and then put wherever you want to view it. This is your model, so you choose Marquee and it's going to cut the model in half. And if you want to see a model in parallel view, you just go to View, 3D View Mode, 3D Projection Setting, and then just it should be like perspective, and you can just go to parallel projection and then set the view, like elevation or whatever. See? And you can rotate it a little bit to make it axometric, very easy. And then what else is useful? Oh, sometimes if like your lines are not closed, yeah, like this, you select this and then that, and then when you go to slab and then go there, you select the whole thing. Now you know that there's a gap. And in this case, unfortunately, you have to go zoom in very much. Normally, you tend to find gaps where connections are, obviously. So in this case, for example, here, the most likely is this gap here, or this gap, or whatever. So you have to check. So with my contour, so it does take time, but once this model is made, you can see it in 3D, in section. So once that's made, it's just so much easier. So when you go 3D, yeah, you see your final model. And what I do, you can go to Document, Creative Imaging, and render it. So photo rendering, so if you go to Lightworks, it's a more realistic one. But if you go to Sketch, you can fool people by using a sketchy style. Koh-i-Noor, press OK, and then I recommend you to do small rendering first, just to test whether you like it or not. Yeah, like smaller ones here. Then go to Bright, Photo Render, Projection, and you get a nice little sketch model. You can play around with different stuff, so it's quite cool. Yeah, I think that's it really. So when you cut the model in half, like in 3D, obviously with sections you can only get 2D drawings, but with 3D you can always, cut the model in half and then render it. So you get like a half cut model, which is quite cool, I think. Yeah, that's it, and hope it was helpful. And if you want any more tutorial or any more help, yeah, just text me. Okay, good luck, bye.